Hey guys, it's Allison. I'm here to do a video today. It's going to be my August wrap-up video and my September TBR video. So, let's get started right away. Actually, I didn't have a very good month of reading in August. I only was able to finish 3 books. I know technically it's still August right now and I could finish a book today or tomorrow, but still not a very good month. So, let's get right into it and show you the books that I read in August. The first one was A Game of Thrones. This is by George R. R. Martin, and it's the first book in a series, Song of Fire and Ice series. Basically, I believe that everyone already knows this book and what it's about. I'm pretty sure I'm one of the last people to have read it. But anyway, I already did a video about it. It's not really a review video. It's more like tips and hints of what to do before reading the book. So if you are interested in that, you should definitely check it out, and I'll leave a link down below. If you've already read the book, then you should just say if you agree with the tips or the hints, and if you haven't yet read it, then check it out and see what you should do before you read it. Next, after that, I kind of had a slump and I didn't really read much. I watched the HBO TV series, and so I was doing that, and then I didn't really feel like reading, but eventually I picked up Grave Mercy by Robin Lefevers, which kind of helped me get out of my slump. This is the first in a series, His Fair Assassins, which is about, this one is about Ismay, and she goes to live at a convent with nuns who aren't your typical nuns. So they actually train girls to become assassins for Saint Mortain, who is the saint of death. And I liked this book. I gave it 4 out of 5, and I thought it was great. The characters were good, the setting was good, the idea was good, and the book's a trilogy. I think that they're just kind of like Anna and the French Kiss and Lola and the Boy Next Door. Not really continuation of the story, but more like a linked story. Like the characters may be the same, but they're not continuation. I don't know exactly because I have not read the second book, and I don't know too much about them. If you've already read them, then just let me know down below. That'd be great. Next, and the final book I read was Waking Up Married. This is by Mira Lynn Kelly, and it's a Harlequin novel. So first of all, you hear Harlequin, you think trashy romance or raunchy romance, but actually this is a new imprint from Harlequin called Harlequin Kiss, and it's a contemporary romance. So I really enjoyed it. It was more storyline than romance, which is always good, and it's kind of like more like a new adult. So if you're into that kind of thing, then you should definitely check it out. And actually right now, it is free on Kindle and Kobo and Amazon, anywhere really, I think. So check that out, see if you can get it free, and also on the Harlequin website, which if I can, I'll link them down below so you can get your copy and read that one today. It's about a girl named Megan, and she goes to Vegas to be in her cousin's wedding. And then she's got this plan. She can't really find anyone that she loves, so she decided that she's going to go to a sperm bank and find a donor to have a baby. That night before her cousin's wedding, she kind of has a little bit too much to drink, meets this guy Connor, and then realizes the next morning that they actually got married. She can't even remember his name, and she can't remember anything from the night before. It's all fine. She thinks they're going to get a divorce, but Connor has similar plans to her, and he wants a family as well, so he decides he's not going to give her a divorce. It's really cute. I gave it a 3 out of 5, and I want to continue with the Harlequin Kiss imprint and see what other kind of books they have in the series, and yeah, I think I'll read some more. Anyway, those are the books that I read last month, or this month, I guess, technically. And these are the books that I'm going to read in September. So for September, I decided, since it's back to school time, I chose to read books that are middle grade level. So all the books that I chose are middle grade. I picked some that are for sure that I really want to read, and then some that are maybe, and if maybe you guys want to pick one that you want me to do a review on, then I will do that. So just leave your comments down below, and I will hopefully do a review. So I'm going to go quickly through the books that I want to read. The first one is The Land of stories, The Wishing Spell by Chris Colfer, who is Kurt on Glee. And this is about two siblings, Alex and Connor, who get a book from their grandmother, which ends up being transporting them to this fairyland world, where actually the fairy tales are still ongoing. So it's kind of like a continuation of what happens after Happily Ever After. It sounds cute. The second book is already out, so I thought I would give this one a shot and see what it's all about to see if I want to read the next book. The next one is The Clockwork 3. This is by Matthew J. Kirby, and if you guys have watched my videos before, you know that I'm a sucker for anything that's got cogs on the cover and steampunk theme, so this one obviously fits that bill. It's about three kids, Giuseppe, Frederick, and Hannah, and they kind of meet and realize that each of them have the secrets for the key to solving each other's secrets. So it sounds interesting as well. The next one is Fablehaven, A Grip of the Shadow Plague, and this is by Brandon Mull. It's the third book in the series. It's about two siblings who go to stay with their grandparents, who just happen to be the keepers of the Fablehaven Reserve, which is a reserve for magical beings. I've read the first two books, and I've really enjoyed them, so I want to see what happens in this book. Next, I chose Gregor the Overlander. This is by Suzanne Collins. So obviously Suzanne Collins is most famous for Hunger Games, and this is her middle grade, lesser known series, which I believe came out before Hunger Games. It came out well before Hunger Games, but is being re-released. So I thought I would pick it up and see what it's all about. It's about a young boy, Gregor, who follows his little sister down a grate in New York, and realizes that they're in this place called the Underland. And there's 5 books in total, and I am interested to see what this one's all about. And then I chose 2 books by one of my favorite authors, Lauren Oliver. The first one is Lysel and Poe, and then Spindlers. So Spindlers is about a girl named Liza. One night she wakes up and realizes that her brother Patrick isn't actually her brother. She can tell something's off. So she has to go down below and meet the Spindlers, which I guess are basically giant spiders, and try to get her brother back. Then there's Lysel and Poe, which is about a girl named Lysel, kind of like Cinderella. Her mother, her cruel stepmother, locks her in the attic, and she doesn't have any friends except for the mice and shadows. And then she meets this ghost named Poe. They together meet an alchemist, and all of a sudden they're on a extraordinary journey. So this one sounds good, and it's got some pictures on the inside, so I love that about middle grade books. The next one is the Emerald Atlas. This is by John Stevens. It's book 1 in the Books of Beginning, and it's about 3 siblings, Kate, Michael, and Emma. Their parents are gone, and Kate has been in charge of taking care of the siblings. It says here, together they will learn. 1. Magic is real. 2. Emma knows the word please. And 3. Only they can save the world. Number 2 is the most surprising. So this one sounds cute. And I know the second book in that series is already out as well. Next is The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making by Catherine M. Valente. I've heard really good things about this book. Not really sure all too much about what it is about, but I do know it's about a girl named September who obviously goes to Fairyland, and there's a dragon, a book-loving dragon, so how can you go wrong with that? And then next is the first book in the Infinity Ring series. It's called A Mutiny in Time, and it's by James Dashner, and this one is about 3 friends, Dax, Sarah, and Rick, who are approached by historians, a group, who tell them that actually there's been some changes in history, and they need to go back and fix these breaks in time. So this one's all about time traveling, and they get to go back to the past and, see these famous characters and stuff, so it sounds interesting. It's by James Dashner, who's famous for Maze Runner, but he's also written some of the 39 Clues books, this is very similar to that if you've read the 39 Clues series. Next, these are the maybe pile that I would like to get to. This is the first in the Chronicle of Egg series. It's called Dead Weather and Sunrise. Then I've got Sisters Grimm by Michael Buckley. The girls are sisters. They're Sabrina and Daphne, and they realize that they're actually descendants of the Brothers Grimm. Then The Accidental Hero by Matt Miklosh. This one on the back says, like Harry Potter and Luke Skywalker before him, Jack Blank is a mythic hero. The next one is The Giants of Giants and Ice, The Ever Afters. This is by Shelby Bach. And I just love this cover. It's so cute, and it wraps around, and you see like a dragon. It's about Rory Landon, who goes to a new school and finds out that actually it's a training ground of finding new fairy tale creatures. Next is The Billionaire's Curse. This is by Richard Newsom, the first book in the Archer Legacy series, and it is about a boy named Gerald Wilkins who inherits money from his great aunt he didn't even know he had, and she also leaves him a note that says she was murdered and that she wants him to find out who did it. Kind of reminds me a little bit of 39 Clues. Final one is The Hero's Guide to Saving Your Kingdom. This is by Christopher Healy, and it says, 4 imperfect princes, 4 improbable princesses, 1 hilarious adventure. And this one also has some cute little drawings and pictures in it. So those are the books that I want to read. As well, in the theme of back to school, I also wanted to pick up United We Spy, which is by Allie Carter. It's the final book in the Gallagher Girl series. And then also Prep School Confidential, which the covers look pretty similar. This is about a girl named Anne who goes to a prep school and her roommate dies. And then everyone else kind of doesn't really care, but she's going to find out who did it and why. So those are the books that I want to read this month. Hopefully if you have any comments or questions, you'll leave them down below. I want you guys all to check out the blog to see the read-a-thon that we're planning for this month. It should be really good. It's going on September 22nd to 29th. And we're going to have some challenges, some cool stuff, some giveaways. And if you haven't already checked that out, then I'll leave a link down below to the blog and all the information about the read-a-thon. That is it for me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my wrap-up video and the books that I want to read. And if there's anyone particularly that you want me to review, leave it down below, and hopefully I will do that for you. Okay, bye.